Welcome to I Am the Cute One, the most chaotic school dance in the podcast universe.
Listen, you got through the week like we got through 9/11.
And a recession.
And the Special K diet.
And the time that James Franco hosted the Oscars.
And Ben Platt's wig in Dear Evan Hansen.
TGIF.
Hello, I am Donnie and I am the cute one.
And I'm Chelsea and I'm the cute one.
TGIF, cuties.
TGIF.
Chelsea, I'm going to get right into it.
Sure.
A Threads user, OMF God, it's Jess, posted this. I saw it this morning, so I went immediately to my Instagram stories and gave my answers. But that Threads user asked, who is your ideal Eiffel Tower? And this is just rude. This is like Sophie's Choice. This is when Jesus cut the baby in half. I am famously the horniest person on the planet. And you're asking me to choose just two people to be with simultaneously?
Well, the Eiffel Tower does have layers. So who's to say we should limit ourselves to just the bottom layer? Maybe we need it to be a 3D experience.
What do you mean it has layers?
Like different... You can take the Eiffel Tower to the top, can't you? I've never been to Paris. We know that I'm an uncultured bitch, but like you could take it to the top. So who's to say we couldn't make it a Big Brother competition? Stair steps.
Okay.
You know, till we get to the top and then we get to see the view, aka all the people we've let be inside us.
Okay, I do love that because I didn't follow the rules and I picked 3 different pairs.
As of right now at 9:22 a.m. because I can 100% see where this day is going, which is just you naming men you'd love to Eiffel Tower you. Cuties, for those who aren't aware, number one, if you've got children in the car, we've told you this before. Turn it off.
Yeah.
But Donnie, can you educate the people on what an Eiffel Tower is if maybe they're not familiar with anything besides what's in good old Paris?
Well, I did get one DM. People have been sending in their options, but before that, the very first one I got within seconds said, what the fuck is that? So what the fuck that is when 3 consenting adults are together and one gets bent over in the middle and the other 2 hold hands. So you look like the Eiffel Tower.
And there's like Legos.
Penetration.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Legos, you all stick
connect.
together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the first one, I have Charles Melton and Saquon Barkley from the Eagles. Great.
Okay.
But
love
then Roy from Beauty and Black,
Uh-huh.
my toxic BF,
Yeah.
and Luigi Mangione, America's
Ooh,
hero.
That's
Yeah.
a good yin and yang in
I
terms of
know.
morality.
I love it. And then me in the middle, like they're the devil and angel on my shoulder, but inside me.
I love that.
And then after I posted those 2, I was like, I just have 2, everybody. I posted those 2. And then I had to come up with a third. And that is Fernando Tatis Jr. and Chet Hanks.
Sure. Welcome to the party, Chet Hanks.
So besides getting riled up today, I was riled up yesterday for different reasons because my episode of The Kelly Clarkson Show finally aired. I've been waiting for this, as you know.
I've been waiting too. The Patreon cuties have been hip to what's going on, but the main feed cuties, I don't believe, knew. They just knew that you were like incessantly insisting people watch this episode. Even I got a few DMs being like, oh, I understand why Donnie wanted us to watch.
Yeah, people were like, oh, it makes a lot more sense now. Imagine I was just in the audience because I even got one DM during the first half of the show that was like, I saw you. I was like, well, you'll see more of me. Keep watching. So for those of you who are not Patreon cuties, I went on the Kelly Clarkson Show 2 months ago with Troy. We were in the audience. Andy Cohen, I almost said Ryan Seacrest. Andy Cohen was the guest.
Same. Vietnam.
Andy Cohen was the guest host, and then the travel mom was one of the guests for the day, and she gave out 2 prizes. And at this point, I had already won a $500 gift card to some grocery delivery service during a commercial break. So when she was saying what the trip was going to be, I like blanked out. I didn't give a fuck what someone else was going to win, you know?
Right.
So me watching it on the Kelly Clarkson Show yesterday was the first time I heard like what the whole trip entails and what the resort has to offer besides food and drinks, alcoholic or non-alcoholic. I still think I was picked on purpose.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, good. So then I was blacked out for that. And then they zoomed through the audience and picked one person at random. And it was me. And the rest is meme history.
So I'm going to put Donnie's reaction right here on the YouTube.
Uh-huh.
This is my new favorite reaction meme. The look of absolute terror in your eyes as you realize you are the winner. It looks like the killer that Wendy Williams is always talking about is after you, because there's a flash of true, like, my life is flashing before my eyes terror, and then you realize what's happening, and then it's excitement. It's beautiful.
Someone said it reminded them of that SNL skit with Oprah where she gives away stuff and Amy Poehler gets so excited her head pops off.
Yeah. Yes, exactly that energy.
And they make you practice. Spoiler alert. They make you practice throughout. They're like, okay, if you see something exciting, what are you going to do? If you see something cute, what are you going to do? If you hear something sad, what are you going to do? And then they say, like, if we give away a prize, what are you going to do? And you have to be very excited and practice. And then he says, like, whether it's a pencil or whether it's a free house, like, you have to have that free house energy no matter what. And everyone was like, okay. And we practice and it's fake. But once that camera went on me,
you could tell that was not you putting on a show. That was a visceral, like, from your toes to your head, a spiritual experience of excitement for you.
Like, during the interview part, you can tell, like, my body's in such shock. I don't even give sentence answers. I give one-word answers. And then people were like, oh my God, you should have invited Andy. You should have plugged the podcast. You should have done this. My brain was not working at all.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't have done anything. But anyway, the other woman that won, she won a cruise. I won a trip to Barbados.
Which, I mean, these days, I think you won. We don't need you getting the rat piss disease that's going around.
That's true. But imagine me stuck on a cruise with nothing but camera. All press is good press.
I forgot.
Yesterday, Kelly Clarkson Show posted the full clip of the travel mom giving away both vacations on YouTube. But then on Reels, they posted like mini versions of each segment. So like they posted for the travel mom, they posted my giveaway. For Maddie Ziegler being interviewed, they posted like her talking about growing up dancing. But they didn't post like her full interview on a Reel. They just posted like 30-second clip, whatever.
Yeah.
So they posted a 30-second clip of the travel mom's giveaway. And the other woman that
I saw this.
you saw, the other woman that won the cruise, she was in the comments first on the Kelly Clarkson Show comments. She said like, hey, are you going to post mine? They didn't respond. So then she came to my page and in my comments under the video posted 3 different comments that was like, congratulations, I'm the other winner. They didn't post me. Did you ask them if they were going to post you or did they just do it? And then she started tagging like the travel mom, the Kelly Clarkson Show, Caribbean Cruise, or whoever the cruise line is that she's going with. She's like, I'm the other winner and nothing has been posted about me. So that all happened. Then I checked my DMs and she DM'd me and said like, congratulations. I wonder why they only posted you and not me. Could be this.
Could be.
And I am laughing at this woman, but if it was opposite
Reverse.
and they only posted hers, I would be at Kelly Clarkson Studios today.
You've been telling us to tune in for 2 months now.
But also, this is something else. Thank you, universe. I didn't expect to be tagged on the Kelly Clarkson Show Instagram. I mean, I wasn't tagged, but I didn't expect to be posted there in any capacity.
Right.
I had every intention of going to the Kelly Clarkson Show YouTube, screenshotting it myself, and then making it my own reel.
Yeah.
You have to do the work yourself. Like Jesus, when he said, why didn't you help? You're on this house alone. You know that one? It's not in the Bible. It's a poem or something.
Oh, is this the one you always talk about of like, I sent you a plane. Why didn't you hop on?
Yeah.
You really find a way to plug that not Bible story in ways that I see we could maybe get there, but...
Jesus coming to you on a helicopter and the little red hen, I can bring up every single day.
Yeah, so like Jesus once said, if you're not posted on Instagram, screen record it and do it yourself.
I will not help you make the bread. So I'm glad the Kelly Clarkson Show aired this week because my symptom of the week, symptom a la carte, no, symptom du jour.
The SDJ.
Yeah, symptom du jour. I was dizzy all this week. And not just like, ooh, like probably where I should have went to the doctor. But you know what? I can't go to the doctor every week. So I was doing the dishes and had to like hold on to the thing because I truly felt like I was going to fall over. So that started Tuesday. It lasted a couple days. I had migraines throughout the week as well. I'm glad you were wherever you were because I wasn't really talkative anyway. So it was great. But it did give me a lot of time. I'm already like a little bit ahead, like 2 episodes ahead on BB40. So I didn't really have anything that I needed to do. So I said, let me just catch up on some TV. So I watched Margot's Got Money Troubles. I watched the comeback series finale, last episode ever, very sad. And Chelsea, I watched the 911 season finale, which I need to tell you about right now.
I didn't even need to hear you say it when you got that little glint in your eye. I knew where we were headed. 911, what's your emergency?
I'll tell you. It was a 3-part finale. They didn't advertise it as such, but it was a 3-part story arc. So the third part, 2 weeks ago, was this luxury building that kept catching on fire, blah, 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 blah. It turns out the reason it was on fire was because
it was made of logs.
No, worse. There were people being trafficked in the basement that were not from this country. So people snuck them in the country and put them in the basement. And then those people were trying to get out and get help. So they would set shirts on fire and put it in the vents. So the police took them all to the hospital because they've been down there trafficked for like 3 weeks now without a lot of food or water. So someone got very sick. They were in the hospital.
Similar to a certain shit fest that maybe people saw on this week's BB40. Not to say we were trafficked, but we were moments away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Patreon.com/I'm the cute one. It's a free episode. So if you want to wet your whistle, it's a good one.
So that was 2 episodes ago. So then they were brought to the hospital and ICE shows up and they were like, we're taking them. And then all the 911 employees are like, no, not on my watch. And then ICE is like, well, you're not in charge here. I'm taking them. So they took them all, whatever. Then
whatever.
It's topical. So then they did that. So then Angela Bassett was like, I think I know who is in charge here and who's trafficking. We're going to go do a bust. So it's like some Epstein level guy, like he's rich with a mansion, whatever. So they go to do the bust, but then the detective working with them is privately on the wrong side of history. So he's working with the Epstein guy. So then when they go in, that detective shoots Angela Bassett 2 episodes ago. So now the finale, Angela Bassett was in a coma the whole time in the hospital and the Epstein guy is dead. But then the detective is still alive and they don't know that he's bad. So he goes into the hospital trying to kill Angela Bassett and along the way stabs another EMT employee that bled out on the elevator. And then they had to turn off all the power in the hospital so that they could get into where Angela Bassett was. I was laying down watching it and I kept sitting up gasping.
What a tale.
So they did survive. She survived.
You were out of breath. You were exuberant.
She did survive because someone else was looking for her, not the detective, someone else. So then the detective comes in at the very end with a poison needle that he's going to put in her IV, but she already woke up from the coma. She's just with her eyes closed. And when he goes to do it, she grabs his wrist and says, I'm not asleep. And then the curtain to separate the room opens, and then another detective's on the other side to arrest him.
See, now is Angela Bassett a mom in the series?
Of 2 kids that also work for
the police department.
Yeah.
A family affair. Yeah, see, I knew her character was a mom because that is a mom move. I do that quite frequently. Of like, if I just keep pretending I'm asleep, they will keep talking to me, but maybe they'll tire themselves out and go away. So she's been practicing that move for years because that's just me Monday through Sunday from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m.
You could work for the 118. Wait, one more thing about it, and then we can truly move on. 4 years ago, the bisexual guy, he donated his sperm to his best friend because his best friend couldn't have babies, so he donated his sperm. This week, the wife and the best friend that can't have babies came to him and said, like, hey, we want to do some kind of mental check on you because our son clearly has some kind of cognitive issues, and it's not the wife's fault. So, like, whatever's wrong with you is wrong with our son. So he was like, okay, I'll get tested, whatever.
Which, talk about looking a gift horse in the mouth. Thank you for your sperm. What's wrong with you?
Well, at the very beginning of the episode, he did climb the little 4-year-old climbed a cell tower to get a balloon. And then there were all these like electric wires.
Very What's Eating Gilbert Grape of him.
It is. Well, I'm sure Ryan Murphy doesn't have all original ideas.
How could he?
Speaking of what's eating Gilbert Grape, and then we will return to this plotline. Leonardo DiCaprio saw O'Mary last night, and he loved it. He was filming the curtain call. He bought merch in the lobby. It was so cute.
I love that. Did he have his hat and sunglasses on?
Not sunglasses. He had a mask on and a hat. So he was incognito. And there's nothing I love more than like letting people know I know who they are. Superman would laser me right away because I'd be like, where's your glasses?
Hey, Clarky.
Yesterday, he came in with his hat and his mask. And when I was scanning his ticket, I grabbed his arm and said, I'm such a big fan.
You love to grab an arm. An arm or a love handle is not safe around one Donnie Hadfield when he's scanning your ticket.
Oh, the love handle. I did forget about that.
I'm glad you didn't just talk to him in Gilbert Grape voice, because that was another option.
I should have. I could have quoted it to him. I could have done a one-man show.
Go back and listen to that episode, cuties, if you're missing our Monday movie recordings, because that one was a doozy.
To say the least. So on
Back
the way
to
home
911.
on the way home from that conversation where they say like, what's wrong with you mentally? The parents get in a car accident and they both die. So now he has to adopt his own son. Can you believe?
And now it's the blind leading the blind, because God knows what's wrong with his brain.
What happened with you?
Well, you did mention that thank God I was wherever I was.
Oh, yeah.
I did forget that I was going to Michigan.
Mm-hmm. Mishki. Yeah.
What?
When I worked at Gump, there was a table of people that spoke with accents. And I said, hey guys, where are you from? And the mom said, Mishki. And I said, Mishki, where's that? And then the daughter said, she said Michigan.
Oh, brother. Goodness. Well, yes, I forgot I was going to Mishki. And thank God my mom came over, as she often does, unannounced, just bringing loads of shit to my house in several bags, just putting it on my counter of like, here's some things I thought you should have. And she said, hey, you might want to pack a winter jacket. I think it's going to be pretty cold. And I said, pack a winter jacket for what? And she said, for Michigan. And I said, oh, I forgot. We're going to Michigan. She said, yeah, I'm coming to your house tomorrow at 7. We're leaving at 7:30 for BWI. So I had to get packing right away. And the reason we were going was my family has a cabin near the UP. So if this is Michigan, like right at the tippy top of the mitten. And what?
Why'd you say UP?
The Upper Peninsula.
Oh, okay.
You know that Michigan is a mitten, but it also has a little floating peninsula.
Now I do.
Take the Mackinac Bridge and then you hop on up.
Great. I thought you were just saying to the up, but I thought you spelled it like when a dog needs to take a WALK.
Oh, yeah. Except I didn't want to excite you too much by saying the opposite of down. So my mom and I went because we have to open the cabin, do a bunch of chores. There's also like a really bad ice storm up there this year. So there's all these fallen branches because in June, I'm going up for a week with my mom and the girls and AB. So we needed to like get the cabin ready for that trip. So this was going to be like a working weekend where basically we went up there and just like got down to business, got the cabin ready for then next month when I go with the girls so we can have like a vacation up there.
Okay.
Now, thank God we did get there because we were greeted, and I don't know what kind of omen this is, Donnie, but we were greeted by a pregnant raccoon who had fallen out of a tree and was lying dead in the lake right in front of the property.
Was Coco there?
No, that's what I'm saying. Thank God it was just me and my mom. That's the first thing I said, Donnie, because I said, okay, so Sapphire would never swim in the lake again.
Yeah.
And Coco surely would be dissecting that thing in a matter of minutes. So thank goodness me and my mom went up first.
I do kind of wish that Coco had a chance to just poke it a little bit.
Poke it with a stick. But it was a lovely weekend. It was over Mother's Day, so it was just me and my mom cleaning the shit out of the cabin, getting it ready for the girls. And last thing I want to do, a quick little garden update. I have successfully done my first round of compost. I don't have the giant composter quite yet because my aunt did say she opened up the composter and thousands of ants started flying out at her because it had been a minute since they opened it up. So she's got to clear that out before she brings it over to my house, which I thought was nice.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't know if you had something to say, but
No,
I think the silence
I have
says
so
enough.
much to say that I have nothing to say.
Yeah. So I haven't done that, but I am doing the underground method where you have a terracotta pot with little drill holes in it, and then you put your compost in the garden with a top, and that'll allow the worms to come in, and then it'll spread out nutrients to your garden, which I think is working because we have our first little carrot seedling popping up in the garden.
I love that. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. So that was my week.
What a week.
What a week
For
indeed.
both of us. As you know, I was bedridden all weekend and not really doing anything besides binge watching TV. But also, let's get into recommendations because I also started playing a video game. So I have Xbox Pass or Game Pass or whatever, where I pay like $15 a month. And then there's like a list of like 50 games that I can play for free that month. So like that's how I got into the Hogwarts game. That's how I got into Disney Dreamlight Valley originally. But the game that I played this month is called Crypt Custodian. So you are a cat who dies and then you go to heaven, and at the gates, well, before you get to the gates, you have to walk along this path and there's a broom, you pick it up, and then like a video game, the broom is what you can use as a weapon. So like there's pots and stuff, like all these vases along the path to heaven. So like a video game, I was like, oh, if I break them, maybe there's like coins inside or whatever. So I like broke all the pots along the way. Nothing was in there, but whatever. So then I get to heaven, and then the woman at the gate, Kendra's her name.
That would be the gatekeeper to heaven, Kendra.
And Kendra is like, let me look at your life and see if you're good or bad. So she looks through the whole book and she's like, oh, you were born in the streets. Then a nice family adopted you. You look like you had a wonderful life. Get ready to go to heaven. And then she says, wait, there's one more page. She turns it and says, after you died, you came up here and you broke all my vases. And I was like, oh my God. So she said, you're banished from heaven. So then you are given the job, since you have a broom anyway, to be the custodian of outside the gates. So then you just clean up the paths and clean up all this trash that's around heaven's gates, whatever. But then also you make a friend that says she's currently working on digging a hole to sneak into heaven, because there's a mirror in there where you can look in and see the people that are still alive that you miss. So then they want to go in there, but I just want to sneak into heaven to live there. It's so fun.
It's so funny because you and I, clearly, if you've listened to the show, me and Donnie have very different interests in most things, but we are so very aligned in video games because when you were posting screenshots, I was praying it was a phone game because it really looked like something that would be right up my alley.
It is a Nintendo Switch game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've been in a bit of a reading rut lately. I just don't want any conflict. Like, the world is enough of a dumpster fire. I don't want any bad vibes in my books.
I don't mind bad vibes.
Well, we know that. You love bad vibes, actually, in your media. We've had this debate before. We don't need to go there today. But I've actually stopped reading a couple of books, which I usually, if I've started, I'm going to get to the end. But I've stopped a couple of times. I was reading this one, which I think maybe in a different part of my life, even a couple weeks ago, or maybe a couple weeks from now, I would enjoy. But it was like The House for Wayward Witches. And then there was this scene where the roommate was just farting, and then the main character was crying and was like, you're doing this on purpose. And I was like, that's enough. Like, now we're talking about pregnant girls in the 70s, and I thought this was about witches, and we're talking about women being treated like shit. And if I want to do that, I can just look out my window today, you know? So I finally found another cozy fantasy book.
Okay.
You're going to love the name. It's called Violet Thistlewood is Not a Villain Anymore.
Now that's a title.
So you may guess, but Violet Thistlewood is the main character, and she used to be this big bad witch for this warlock who had like trapped her and made her do all these evil things. But once he was defeated, the people that defeated him looked at Violet Thistlewood and said like, go be good. So she goes to a neighboring town and starts over and has like a new persona, and she starts a flower shop. Number one, wonderful, cozy setting, this beautiful flower shop. But naturally, she's starting to fall in love with the grumpy alchemist next door. So I'm only halfway through, but can't recommend it enough.
Wear your florals and go read Violet Thistlewood's Not a Villain Anymore.
And then I want to flip the script a little bit, and I want the Cuties recommendations, because one trip that I have not forgotten about is at the end of the month, I'm going to Portland, Oregon with 2 of my college girlfriends. So if you have any cheap things to do in Portland, let me know. And I did tell my friends, one of which listens to this podcast, so hello. I did tell them I would be up for some hiking, but hiking at my level. I don't want to use my hands. I don't want to have to go over rocks. I don't want to have to pull myself up from a vine to get somewhere. I would prefer it to actually be a paved path, but I'll be brave and maybe like a path that has been well worn in the woods.
Yeah, we'll save that kind of behavior for Survivor 45.
Not for me. Not for me. I'm a producer, baby. Slap that white sweatshirt on me and call me staff. So one more reminder, speaking of Donnie torturing his friends, head over to patreon.com/I'mTheCuteOne, where Birthday Brother episodes are dropping every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We've got a live chat going. House guests are over there. And like I said earlier, this week's episode, there's a huge twist and it's free. So you can go over there. We now have 2 free episodes out. The very first one, and then round 4 is free, the one that just dropped this week. And it's a jolly good time.
It is. So this week, Hocus Pocus 3 was announced. Samsung got in hot water by advertising their TVs with Dua Lipa's face. Hayden Panettiere did a 2-hour interview. Kim Kardashian took a break from pursuing a law career. Cardi B got hangry. And Kevin Hart was roasted.
Yeah.
There are ways I would talk to the man in my past where, like, you shouldn't talk to somebody like that. Like, I wouldn't talk to a friend the way I talked to him, but I watched a little bit of this with my current boyfriend and it slipped out because I told him, I was like, this is making me angry to watch this. This is not funny to me. And like, if you put it on, I would get that thought out, but I wouldn't get those emotions out. So I did then apologize and say, like, I'm sorry I spoke to you that way, but this is what it's doing to me.
Yeah, there were many things wrong with that roast.
Yeah.
And it did kind of feel like a victory lap of bad people.
Yeah. Regina Hall looked the way I felt. So then it made me like her more, but it was just awful.
Yeah, it was just bad people pointing out why the other people were also bad, but then none of them being held accountable for it, and then it kind of being like a celebration of it. I don't know. I just feel like we've strayed too far from God's light, and here we are. What's your headline?
Well, Big Brother announced the release date of season 28. It is coming out July 9th, which May 14th, I am nervous that I didn't get a call yet, but anything's possible.
Have you applied?
Yeah.
Did you use the BB40 footage?
No, because I read a book once. I read a book that said, like, we have editors, we have producers, we have all that. Like, we just want to see you. We don't want to see.
Did you talk about it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Because last season, remember, Adrian had his poor brother tying him up and waterboarding him in his backyard.
Maybe I'll send in another video. Like that woman on Kelly Clarkson show. Hey, I forgot this.
No, but unlike the Kelly Clarkson show woman, you're listening to Jesus and you're making your own thing to send to them.
That's true. You're
Just like Jesus once said, put together your own PR package.
So it comes out July 9th, but it marks history because it's going to hit episode 1000. And this is the first primetime show that ever hit 1000 episodes.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense because it's on all summer.
Yeah, so that's really cool. So I'll be manifesting. I'll be on a historical season of Big Brother.
Yeah.
It would have been historical anyway after I was on it, but
now, double whammy.
Yeah, when I get kicked off on episode 1000, I'll be talked about in history books.
Double Jeopardy. Halle Berry.
It's Ashley Judd.
I've said that before. Halle Berry and Ashley Judd give the same energy to me. I think
I
we've
don't
had
like
this
that.
conversation before, too.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. And cuties, one thing to get excited as we're all manifesting together. So wait, let's all do a visualization exercise. Everybody close your eyes and imagine the excitement you will feel when I get to announce Donnie's not on the podcast right now. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And you know what that means. So let's all feel that feeling. Send it out. Thank you, universe. And then get excited because me and Kendrick from day one have talked about our plan that when Donnie is being a terrorist on national television, me and Kendrick surely will be recapping each and every episode over here on the Patreon.
Oh,
So,
love that.
yeah, can't wait. Can't wait. What a great summer it's going to be. Coinciding with Birthday Brother airing all the way to September.
I know.
Crazy.
You might have to start editing it if I'm not done.
Okay. Well, luckily you've set the precedent for who's getting what edit.
Oh, that's true.
It's not me storyboarding anymore because you've already told us, Kayla, America's sweetheart, and some villains are coming. One of which might be sitting in this very room.
As long as you stick with it, I'm good.
Okay, so my headline is baseball players were asked to stop crotch bumping in celebration. So the San Francisco Giants outfielders all recently went viral for a unique post-game celebration after beating the Dodgers. They locked arms and bumped their crotches together, and they were reportedly asked to stop and have since toned it down. And this article says, just bros being bros. Now, I'm going to show you the video, and I have to say, how dare us as a society? We build up heated rivalry. We get all the straight women horny for men in sports, and then we punish these men for doing this.
I imagined a lot of things when you said they did it. I didn't imagine, and I know that was on a loop, but I still didn't imagine humping.
Yeah, truly, like instead of chest bumping, they're just dick bopping.
Yeah, but a chest bump is only one time. That's what I thought with like a crotch bump. But this is a hump.
Yeah, full hump. Taking it back to the top of our episode, that's a 3D Eiffel Tower. Just put you in the middle.
Answered, by the way.
I don't want to be Eiffel Towered.
You can be one of the ones.
You know, I get overstimulated. I don't even like things touching my neck. I don't want to be double penetrated.
All right, fine.
I feel too claustrophobic. One hole at a time, please, for this lady.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
I mean, do you have any other thoughts?
I say more humping in baseball.
Yeah, there's no crying in baseball, but there should be humping. My cutie of the week, speaking of more humping, let's talk about Mayor Mamdani.
Fill those holes.
This man, after inheriting a historic $12 billion budget gap, restored New York City's fiscal health in a shock. Wait, we didn't cut any important programs? We didn't make rich people riot in the streets? No. Through aggressive savings, taxing the rich, partnerships with Albany, and critical new investments, and he balanced that budget, not slashing any services, not raising property taxes, not draining long-term reserves. It's almost like if we just make rich people pay more because they're earning more, everybody would do a little bit better.
Hello. That's it. God
Cutie
bless
every
you.
week. God bless you.
I might need to add a fourth Eiffel Tower. I forgot one. My cutie of the week is Christina Yang, who famously loved Grey's Anatomy about 10 years ago. But we're shouting her out, her moments now, because Owen Hunt, that redheaded devil, finally left Grey's Anatomy.
Woo!
Now, I am mad he got a happy ending. He did just like voluntarily leave with some woman, whatever.
Teddy.
Yeah, I don't even know her. She wasn't my years.
Ugh, Teddy. Teddy
Ruxpin.
I don't know a good woman Teddy.
To be fair, I only know two.
And?
What is Teddy short for? I only know it's short for Theodore.
Theodora?
Ew. Teddy short for what girl name? Teresa. There's no way. Oh, no.
Imagine Teresa Lopez Fitzgerald going by Teddy.
By Teddy? Disgusting. Oh, most obviously short for Thedora, but it could also be a nickname for Dorothea or Thea or Althea or Theodosia.
Oh, my.
We've lost the plot. Anyway, Owen's gone. Thank God.
So he got a happy ending. There wasn't a plane crash, a bomb, a shooter.
No, which does make me nervous when she like keeps people alive that she's opening the door for them to return one day. But Christina never returned. Izzy never returned. So hopefully we go along that route and he never returns.
Or maybe he could return like George did.
Oh, God bless 007. If you liked this episode, do it. Do it. Put it in your Eiffel Tower. If you like this episode, do us a favor and send it to someone else who might enjoy it. We would love to increase our listeners and the lunch table and the cuties, or too many things at one time. Love you like a sister. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to I Am the Cute One. If you want more, head to patreon.com/IamTheCuteOne for uncut, unedited, and unhinged video and audio footage of current episodes, as well as even more bonus content.
And if you like what you heard, please be sure to leave a 5-star rating and subscribe to our show. And to help us grow this community of chaotic cuties, share an episode with a friend you think would pass the vibe check.
And to see the madness, check out our YouTube channel, where video footage from all current episodes are posted weekly.
You can follow me at Real Donnywood on Instagram and all other social media platforms.
And if you want more of my personal brand of chaos, check me out at Oh No Chels.
Talk to you later. Love you like a sister.